Welcome back to Healthy Aging Bites, your trusted source for practical, science-based insights tailored specifically for older adults across the United States. Each week, we share accessible, inspiring, and medically sound information to help you live stronger, more independently, and with greater joy after age 60. Today, we begin with a very real and very sobering story. Meet Mr. James, a 72-year-old gentleman from Florida. He lived a balanced lifestyle, had no major health issues, and took a daily morning walk with his wife around their neighborhood park. But one morning, something unexpected happened. He fell in the bathroom. Not because the floor was wet, not because he was dizzy, but because his legs suddenly couldn't hold him up anymore. His family rushed him to the emergency room. After a full evaluation, the doctors found no stroke, no fractures, no major neurological problems. The only issue? A severe loss of muscle mass that had gone completely unnoticed. Unfortunately, this is not a rare case. Every year, millions of adults over 60 in the US experience something similar. And the scariest part? Most of them have no idea it's happening until it's too late. Why is that? Because somewhere along the way, we've accepted the idea that getting older means getting weaker. But the truth is, muscle loss is not inevitable. It's not just a natural part of aging. It's a recognized medical condition called sarcopenia, just like osteoporosis. And the good news is, it can be prevented and even reversed if we take the right steps in time. Muscle loss happens silently. No pain, no inflammation, no fever. But day by day, it slowly breaks down your strength, balance, and mobility. Until one day, you can't get out of a chair easily, can't lift a grocery bag, or more seriously, can no longer live independently. This is more than a health issue. It's a matter of dignity, safety, and the basic right to live freely and confidently in your own body. So, what can we do about it? In today's video, we'll walk you through why older adults lose muscle even when they eat well. Simple, affordable, everyday foods that can noticeably rebuild muscle in just a few weeks. And most importantly, how to put this knowledge into practice, starting today to maintain your strength, independence, and quality of life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, is this just another supplement ad? Or can regular food really make that much of a difference? I hear you. I understand the skepticism. But everything we'll share in this video is grounded in real science and real-life success stories from patients I've worked with personally and many others guided by experienced doctors and dietitians. If you find this kind of content helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. Your support, even a small gesture, means the world to us and helps us continue creating more meaningful content for older adults and their families. Now, let's begin this journey together. Why does muscle disappear so quietly as we age? And more importantly, how can we bring it back? Chapter 1. The Silent Enemy, Muscle Loss in Older Adults. Most people expect to feel a little weaker with age. Getting up from the couch might take a bit more effort. Climbing stairs feels harder, and you tire more easily. It's easy to brush these changes off as just getting older. But what if I told you that what you're experiencing may not just be aging, it may be a condition? One with a name, one with consequences, and one that we can do something about. This condition is called sarcopenia, the gradual, silent loss of muscle mass and strength that affects nearly 1 in 3 people over 60. It doesn't cause pain. It doesn't show up in blood work, but its effects are unmistakable once you start to notice them. What exactly is sarcopenia? Sarcopenia is a recognized medical condition, much like osteoporosis, but far less talked about. It refers to the progressive decline of muscle mass, strength, and function starting as early as your 50s and accelerating into your 60s and 70s. What makes it so dangerous is that it's often invisible until it's advanced. You don't feel the muscle disappearing. You just notice that standing up feels harder, that your legs shake a bit when you try to balance, that you can't carry the groceries like you used to. And then, one day, you fall. Or you stop doing the things you love out of fear you might fall. That's how independence is lost, slowly, quietly, and often without warning. What causes muscle loss as we age? There are multiple factors working against us, but the good news is that many of them are within our control. 1. Loss of motor nerves. As we age, we lose motor neurons, the nerves that connect our brain to our muscles. A study from the University of Manchester found that older adults have up to 30% fewer motor nerves in the legs than young adults. Without those nerves, muscles weaken and shrink. 2. Chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes. People with poorly managed diabetes often develop nerve damage, neuropathy, in the legs and feet, which leads to muscle loss. High blood sugar damages small blood vessels that nourish both nerves and muscle fibers. Hormonal shifts. Women going through menopause may lose up to 10% of their muscle mass due to a sharp drop in estrogen. Men also experience a decline in testosterone, which affects muscle maintenance and recovery. 4. Poor nutrition. Even those who eat enough calories may not be getting enough protein and essential nutrients like vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and zinc, all of which are critical for muscle health. 5. Inactivity. Use it or lose it applies here more than ever. Without regular movement, the body breaks down muscle faster than it can rebuild it, especially in older adults. Early warning signs of muscle loss. So, how do you know if it's happening to you? Here are some of the most common signs of early-stage sarcopenia. Needing to use your hands to push yourself up from a chair, slower walking speed or feeling unsteady on your feet, difficulty climbing stairs or standing for long periods, loss of grip strength or struggling to open jars, feeling more fatigued during daily tasks. If you recognize these signs in yourself or a loved one, it's time to take action. Because the longer muscle loss goes unaddressed, the harder it is to recover. A real-life story. Linda's turning point. Linda, age 70, had always been fairly active, walking her dog, gardening, and helping out with her grandkids. But after a harsh winter, she stayed indoors more and ate less. She noticed her legs getting shaky and her energy fading. One morning, while reaching for something on a shelf, she lost her balance and fell, breaking her hip. In the hospital, doctors told her she had significant muscle loss and likely had for years. Linda thought she was just getting older. She didn't realize she had sarcopenia. The good news? With the right nutrition, physical therapy, and support, Linda is now walking without assistance and back to tending her garden. Muscle loss can be reversed, but only if we catch it in time. Why this matters more than ever? The consequences of sarcopenia go beyond just feeling weak. It increases the risk of falls and fractures, hospitalizations and slower recovery, loss of independence, cognitive decline due to reduced mobility, higher mortality risk in long-term studies. But here's the silver lining. Sarcopenia is one of the most preventable conditions associated with aging. With the right foods, daily movement, and awareness, you can keep your muscles strong and your independence intact. What's next? In the next chapter, we'll take a deep dive into what your body actually needs to protect and rebuild muscle, from protein and key vitamins to simple lifestyle shifts that make a big difference. You don't need expensive supplements or gym memberships. You just need to know what works and start small. Chapter 2. The Science of Muscle Preservation. What your body really needs after 60. If you're over 60, you might be wondering, what does my body actually need to stay strong? Is it too late to rebuild the muscle I've already lost? The short answer is no, it's not too late. But the solution isn't just eat more or exercise harder. In fact, the body of a 70-year-old doesn't build muscle the same way a 30-year-old's does. You need to be more strategic and more consistent in what you feed your body and how you move it. In this chapter, we'll break down what your body truly needs to preserve and even rebuild muscle after 60, based on the latest research in nutrition, physiology, and aging science. 1. Protein, the building blocks of strength. Let's start with the obvious: protein. Protein provides the amino acids your body needs to repair and rebuild muscle. But here's the catch. As we age, our muscles become less sensitive to protein, meaning we need more of it than younger people to trigger the same amount of muscle growth. Most older adults in the US don't get enough protein. Many barely meet the outdated minimum of 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight, and that's not enough to preserve muscle after 60. Recommended intake after 60. Aim for 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, or even up to 1.5 kg if you're dealing with noticeable muscle loss. For example, a 150-pound person, 68 kg, should aim for 75-100 grams of protein daily. That's more than just a chicken breast at dinner. You need to spread your protein across all meals to support muscle health throughout the day. 2. Leucine, the trigger for muscle growth. Protein quality matters too. Not all proteins are created equal, and not all contain enough of the amino acid leucine, which acts like a switch that tells your body, it's time to build muscle now. Leucine is especially important for overcoming anabolic resistance, a condition where older muscles are less responsive to muscle-building signals. Foods high in leucine: eggs, especially whole eggs, salmon, cottage cheese, soy products like tempeh, whey protein powder. Make sure each meal has at least 2.5 grams of leucine. That's roughly what it takes to activate muscle protein synthesis in older adults. 3. Vitamin D12, the silent supporters. These two vitamins don't build muscle directly, but they're essential for everything that supports muscle health: nerve function, energy metabolism, and bone support. Vitamin D helps regulate muscle contractions and balance. Deficiency is linked to higher fall risk and reduced strength. Common in older adults, especially those indoors or with darker skin. Sources: fatty fish, fortified milk, egg yolks, and sunlight, 15-30 minutes day. Vitamin B12 supports nerve function and red blood cell production. Deficiency can lead to muscle weakness, numbness, and fatigue. Sources: meat, fish, eggs, dairy, or supplements if absorption is low. 4. Magnesium, zinc, the muscle helpers. Muscles don't just need protein, they also need minerals to function properly. Two of the most overlooked ones are magnesium and zinc. Magnesium helps with muscle contractions and relaxation, prevents cramps, spasms, and fatigue. Deficiency is linked to poor balance and muscle weakness. Good sources: pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, spinach. Zinc supports testosterone production and cell repair. Low levels can lead to slower recovery and muscle breakdown. Good sources: beef, oysters, cashews, lentils. 5. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation, build muscle. Omega-3s aren't just heart healthy, they're muscle protective too. Studies show that older adults who consume omega-3s regularly have better muscle mass, reduced inflammation, and improved strength, even without changing their exercise routine. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults taking 3 grams of omega-3s daily gained over 2 pounds of muscle in just 6 months. Top sources: wild-caught salmon, sardines, mackerel, flax seeds, chia seeds. 6. Sleep hormones, the nighttime builders. Muscles don't grow while you're working out, they grow while you rest. Older adults often struggle with sleep, but getting at least 7-8 hours of quality sleep is essential. That's when your body produces growth hormone and testosterone, both of which are crucial for rebuilding muscle. Tips for better sleep: stick to a consistent bedtime. Avoid screens and caffeine late in the day. Try magnesium-rich foods in the evening. Keep your bedroom cool and quiet. 7. Absorption matters more than you think. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient. That means even if you eat well, your body might not absorb all the nutrients it needs, especially B12, protein, and certain minerals. That's why it's important to focus on easy-to-digest foods, chew thoroughly, and consider digestive enzyme support or supplements under medical guidance if needed. Final thoughts. Feed your muscles. Fuel your life. If you don't intentionally feed your muscles, your body will slowly eat away at them, especially after 60. But the good news is, you now know exactly what your body needs to fight back. You don't need expensive shakes, pills, or programs. Just real food, balanced meals, strategic protein, a bit of sunlight, and a good night's sleep. In the next chapter, we'll get even more practical and look at the top 9 everyday foods that help seniors protect and rebuild muscle. These are pantry staples that are affordable, accessible, and incredibly effective. Stay with us. Your strongest years may still be ahead. Chapter 3. The Top 9 Muscle Boosting Foods Every Senior Should Eat. If you've made it this far, you already know how important muscle health is for aging well. You also know what your body needs: protein, vitamins, minerals, and the right kind of fats to keep your strength, balance, and independence intact. Now, let's bring all that science down to earth. This chapter is all about real food. No supplements, no gimmicks, just 9 everyday foods that can help you fight muscle loss, regain strength, and feel more energized. Most of them are likely already at your local grocery store. And the best part? These foods aren't expensive or hard to prepare. They're simple, familiar, and powerful. 1. Eggs, nature's perfect protein. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein you can eat. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, which we mentioned earlier as the key to triggering muscle growth. Each egg delivers about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein and is rich in vitamin D and B12, both essential for muscle strength and nerve function. Tip: don't skip the yolk. That's where most of the nutrients, including leucine, live. How to eat them: hard-boiled with a sprinkle of sea salt, scrambled with spinach or tomatoes, mashed on whole grain toast with avocado. 2. Lentils, beans, the muscle-friendly plant proteins. If you're looking for a plant-based option, lentils and beans are a goldmine. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides up to 18 grams of protein, plus fiber, iron, magnesium, and zinc nutrients that support both muscle recovery and sustained energy. Regular consumption of legumes has been linked to better lean muscle maintenance in older adults. How to eat them: add to soups or stews, make lentil salads with olive oil and herbs, puree into dips or spreads. Non-tip: choose low-sodium canned beans or cook from dry to reduce preservatives. 3. Brown rice, steady fuel for muscle repair. Brown rice is more than just a side dish. It's a slow-burning carbohydrate that keeps your energy stable throughout the day and supports recovery after physical activity. It's packed with magnesium and B vitamins, which help with muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and reducing fatigue. How to eat it: serve with grilled fish or tofu. Add to veggie stir-fries. Combine with black beans for a complete plant protein. Tip: stick to 1/2 to 1 cup per meal to manage blood sugar and portion size. 4. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, your anti-inflammatory allies. Fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which help reduce chronic inflammation, a hidden driver of muscle loss. A 2012 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors supplementing with omega-3s gained over 2 pounds of lean muscle in 6 months without changing their exercise habits. Plus, they're packed with high-quality protein and vitamin D, both crucial for muscle strength and balance. How to eat them: grilled salmon with lemon and herbs, sardines on whole grain crackers, baked mackerel with roasted vegetables. Tip: choose wild-caught when possible for better omega-3 content. 5. Pumpkin seeds, tiny powerhouses of magnesium. Don't underestimate the humble pumpkin seed. Just 1 ounce provides nearly 40% of your daily magnesium, which helps prevent muscle cramps, supports contractions, and keeps your nervous system running smoothly. They're also rich in zinc, which is important for testosterone production and tissue repair, 2 big factors in aging muscle health. How to eat them? Sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt. Add to salads or stir-fries. Enjoy as a crunchy snack on their own. Ute's tip: choose unsalted, raw, or dry roasted versions for heart health. 6. Tofu tempeh, muscle-building soy superfoods. Tofu and tempeh are made from soybeans and contain complete protein, meaning they provide all 9 essential amino acids, just like meat. Tempeh, in particular, is also rich in natural probiotics, which help improve nutrient absorption, a big deal for older adults who often digest nutrients less efficiently. How to eat them? Stir-fried tofu with veggies and garlic. Grilled tempeh in wraps or salads. Add cubed tofu to soups or stews. Bonus: soy isoflavones may help reduce inflammation and preserve muscle in postmenopausal women. Number 7. Avocados, healthy fats that help nutrients work better. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which not only support heart health, but also enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, all of which are important for muscle metabolism and repair. They also contain fiber, potassium, and antioxidants that keep your muscles and cells resilient. How to eat them? Spread on whole grain toast with eggs. Add to salads or smoothies. Slice as a topping for chili or soups. 8. Flax seeds, tiny seeds with big hormonal benefits. Flax seeds contain lignans, a plant compound that can help balance hormones, especially useful for women after menopause, when lower estrogen levels can speed up muscle loss. They're also high in plant-based omega-3s, which support blood flow and muscle recovery. How to eat them? Use ground flax seeds, not whole. Stir into oatmeal or smoothies. Blend into yogurt or protein shakes. Just 1-2 tablespoons a day can make a difference. 9. Oats, the complete muscle-supporting breakfast. Oats are an excellent slow-digesting carbohydrate, providing sustained energy and a solid dose of plant-based protein, making them a perfect breakfast choice. They also contain beta-glucan, a type of fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar and supports heart health, both essential for maintaining activity levels and muscle function. How to eat them? Cook with water or almond milk. Stir in protein powder or Greek yogurt. Top with flaxseed, berries, and pumpkin seeds for a nutrient-packed bowl. Final thoughts: simple foods, real strength. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive powders to stay strong. You just need to eat like your body matters, because it does. These 9 foods can fuel your body, rebuild your muscle, and help you age with power, one meal at a time. In the next chapter, we'll look at how your lifestyle habits like movement, sleep, and mindset work together with food to preserve your muscle and improve your quality of life. Stay with us. The strongest version of yourself is still within reach. Chapter 4. The lifestyle habits that support muscle recovery after 60. By now, you've learned which nutrients and foods support muscle strength, but nutrition is only half the story. The other half? It's how you live. The way you move, rest, sleep, and manage stress plays a huge role in whether your body preserves muscle or lets it waste away. In fact, you could be eating all the right things, but if you're sitting all day, sleeping poorly, or under chronic stress, your muscle health will suffer. In this chapter, we'll cover the most effective lifestyle habits that boost recovery, reduce muscle loss, and help you live stronger and longer starting today. Huge 1. Move every day, even just a little. The number 1 cause of muscle loss, aside from poor nutrition, is inactivity. You've heard the saying, use it or lose it. Well, when it comes to muscle, that's not just a saying, it's science. Even short periods of inactivity, like a few weeks of sitting more than usual, can lead to noticeable strength decline. especially in older adults. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym. You just need to move regularly, gently, and consistently. Best low-impact strength-building activities for seniors. Chair squats. Sit and stand from a sturdy chair 10-15 times, twice a day. Wall push-ups. Strengthen arms and shoulders without strain. Resistance bands. Gentle exercises to target legs, arms, and back. Balance drills. Standing on one leg, hold a chair for support. Walking 10-30 minutes daily, even if just around your home or block. Tip: set a reminder to stand up and walk around every hour, even for 2-3 minutes. It keeps blood flowing and muscles activated. 2. Prioritize quality sleep. Your muscles rebuild overnight. Muscle doesn't grow while you're working out, it grows when you rest. When you sleep, your body releases growth hormone and testosterone, which are key to repairing and rebuilding muscle tissue. Unfortunately, many older adults struggle with sleep due to medications, discomfort, or changes in circadian rhythm. But without adequate rest, your body stays in a state of breakdown, not recovery. Simple sleep upgrades. Aim for 7-8 hours per night. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Turn off screens 1 hour before bed. Try calming bedtime rituals. Reading, light stretching, herbal tea. Bonus: better sleep also improves energy, mood, and even appetite, all of which support better nutrition and activity. 3. Manage stress to protect your muscles. Here's something most people don't realize. Chronic stress breaks down muscle. When your body is under ongoing stress, it produces more of a hormone called cortisol, which inhibits muscle repair and increases inflammation, a double threat for aging muscles. The older we get, the more important it is to find daily ways to reset our nervous system and reduce emotional tension. Easy ways to reduce stress. Practice deep breathing for 5 minutes in the morning. Try gentle yoga or Tai Chi. Go outside for sunlight and fresh air. Listen to calming music or nature sounds. Keep a gratitude journal. Write 3 things you're thankful for each day. And perhaps most powerful of all, stay socially connected. Whether it's a phone call, a lunch with a friend, or joining a senior community group, human connection is a natural stress reliever. 4. Establish a gentle daily routine. As we age, having a daily rhythm helps regulate our sleep, appetite, energy levels, and overall resilience. Having structure doesn't mean rigid schedules. It means creating predictable patterns that support your body's natural rhythms. Example of a senior-friendly muscle-supportive day. Time activity. 7:0 am. Wake up, stretch, drink water. 7:30 am protein. Rich breakfast, eggs, oatmeal, or Greek yogurt. 9:0 am light walk or chair exercises. 12:0 p.m. balanced lunch with protein, fiber, and healthy fat. 1:0 p.m. rest or quiet activity. Read, journal, nap. 3:0 p.m. snack plus hydration break. 5:30 p.m. gentle stretching or movement. 6:0 p.m. light dinner, easy to digest. 8:0 p.m. unwind, music, gratitude writing, or a warm bath. 9:30 p.m. sleep. Even following 60-70% of this schedule most days can have a meaningful effect on your energy, strength, and emotional well-being. 5. Remove common obstacles. Set yourself up for success. Many older adults face unique challenges that make muscle maintenance harder. Living alone and not cooking full meals. Loss of appetite or taste. Limited mobility or joint pain. Low income or food insecurity. Here's how to work around them. Practical solutions. Use pre-chopped veggies or frozen meals with clean ingredients. Eat smaller meals more often if you get full quickly. Join senior meal delivery programs like Meals on Wheels. Cook once, eat twice, make extra portions for later. Ask your doctor about protein shakes or powders if chewing is difficult. And most importantly, ask for help. Whether it's a neighbor, a family member, or your local community center people want to help, let them. Final thoughts. You don't have to be a gym rat to be strong. Strength after 60 isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's about lifting your body, your energy, and your confidence a little more each day. Even small changes, like standing up more often, sleeping better, or eating one more egg per day, can start a ripple effect. Together with the right foods, these lifestyle habits create an environment in your body where muscle can thrive again. In the next chapter, we'll meet real seniors just like you who faced muscle loss head-on and took their health and their lives back into their own hands. Their stories might just be the motivation you need to take the next step. Chapter 5. Real stories of seniors who reversed muscle loss. You've seen the facts. You've learned the science. You now understand how food, movement, sleep, and mindset all work together to protect your strength. But sometimes, what really moves us to act isn't data, it's people. People like you. People who struggled. People who overcame. In this chapter, you'll meet 3 older adults who once thought they were just getting old, until they discovered that muscle loss wasn't their destiny. Each one faced a challenge, a fall, an injury, a slow, creeping weakness, but they turned things around. Not through pills or perfect routines, but through simple daily decisions that brought their strength back and their confidence with it. Story 1. Evelyn, 74. From fragile to fierce. Evelyn had always been independent. A retired school teacher from Oregon, she lived alone, tended her garden, and made the best banana bread in the neighborhood. But after a rough winter where she stayed inside, lost her appetite, and skipped meals, she began to feel off. She struggled to get out of bed. Her thighs felt shaky going upstairs. She had to push herself up from the toilet with both hands. Then one morning, she fell in the kitchen. No broken bones, but a bruised hip and a wake-up call. At her doctor's suggestion, Evelyn started eating 2 eggs every morning, adding Greek yogurt with flaxseed in the afternoon, and doing gentle chair exercises daily. I thought I needed a cane. Turns out, I just needed protein and to start moving again. 3 months later, she was back to walking the block, making her famous banana bread, now with almond flour and chia seeds, and even helping teach a community exercise class at her church. Story 2. Walter, 69. A veteran's comeback. Walter served in the U.S. Navy and was proud of his strength, but by age 68, his type 2 diabetes had taken a toll. He had lost weight, but not the good kind. His legs looked thinner, and walking up his porch steps left him winded. He didn't realize it, but he was experiencing sarcopenia, combined with diabetic neuropathy. One day, while taking out the trash, he stumbled and couldn't catch himself. His leg muscles just weren't there to support him. That's when his VA doctor introduced him to a nutritionist and physical therapist who focused on rebuilding strength through food and gentle resistance training. They gave Walter a weekly meal plan with lentils, brown rice, sardines, and tofu, a resistance band, and simple home workouts, daily goals for water, magnesium, and vitamin D. I didn't think eating beans and doing little leg lifts would help, but I'll be damned it worked. 6 months later, Walter was walking 20 minutes a day, climbing stairs with ease, and said he felt more like himself again. Story 3. Carol, 80. One strength in small steps. Carol had always been petite, but over the years, she felt herself shrinking physically and emotionally. After losing her husband, she often skipped meals, and grief made her more sedentary. One day, her daughter noticed Carol was struggling to stand from the couch and losing her balance when walking. Concerned, she brought her to a geriatric clinic. Carol was diagnosed with moderate muscle wasting, mild malnutrition, and vitamin D deficiency. She was hesitant to change but agreed to start small. 1 scoop of protein powder in her morning smoothie, 1/2 avocado with lunch, pumpkin seeds in her yogurt, 10-minute walks around the living room after each meal. At first, progress was slow, but week by week, her appetite improved, her energy lifted, and she stopped needing help to get up from her recliner. I didn't realize how much my muscles had given up, or how much I missed feeling steady. Now, at 81, Carol is stronger, smiles more, and even joined a local seniors gardening club. She says her new goal is to age with grit and grace. Common threads in all three stories. Though their circumstances were different, these seniors had four things in common. They listened to the warning signs: fatigue, weakness, loss of balance. They started small, adding one new food or movement at a time. They stayed consistent, not perfect, just committed. They had support from a doctor, a loved one, or their own determination. Why their stories matter. You might be reading this and thinking, that sounds nice, but I'm not sure I can do it. Let me tell you something clearly. You can. You absolutely can. Your body hasn't given up on you. And every single day, you have the power to feed it, move it, and take one more step towards strength, even if that step is a small one. Your turn. Think about one thing from these stories that you could try this week. Adding an egg or a scoop of protein, taking a walk around the house each hour, reaching out to a friend or family member for support. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do something. In the next chapter, we'll help you take those some things and turn them into a simple daily routine with checklists, meal suggestions, and strategies to make it all stick. Because this isn't just about muscle. It's about taking back your life. Chapter 6. How to Start. A step-by-step plan for daily strength. By now, you've learned the what, the why, and the who. You know the foods that build muscle. You understand the habits that support recovery. And you've heard inspiring stories from real people who turn things around. So now it's time for the most important question. How do I actually start? The good news? You don't have to change everything at once. In fact, the most effective way to rebuild strength after 60 is through small, steady habits you can stick with. This chapter will guide you through a practical, easy-to-follow daily plan that you can personalize based on your lifestyle. You'll also get simple tips for shopping, meal prep, and tracking progress without stress. Step 1. Build your foundation. The Daily Muscle Checklist. Here's a basic checklist to aim for every day. If you can do even 3-4 of these consistently, you're on the right path. Daily Strength Checklist. Eat 20-30 g of protein with each meal. Drink 6-8 cups of water throughout the day. Include one anti-inflammatory fat, like avocado or fatty fish. Do 10-20 minutes of light movement, walking, resistance band, or chair exercises. Get 15-30 minutes of sunlight, or take vitamin D if recommended. Sleep 7 to 8 hours at night. Take one moment to relax and breathe deeply. Pro tip: print this list and hang it on your fridge. Check off what you complete each day. Even small wins build momentum. 2. Step 2. Plan your meals, one day at a time. You don't need to follow a strict diet. What matters most is protein, variety, and balance. Here's a sample daily meal plan to give you a realistic idea of what eating for strength looks like. Breakfast: 1/2 cup oatmeal cooked with unsweetened almond milk, 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed, 1 boiled egg, 1/2 banana, water or herbal tea. Protein: 20 g. Lunch: 3-4 ounces grilled salmon or tempeh, 1/2 cup brown rice, steamed broccoli or spinach, 1/4 avocado, water or low-sugar iced tea. Protein: 25 g. Afternoon snack: 1 cup Greek yogurt, plain, full fat, 1 tablespoon pumpkin seeds, berries or sliced apple. Protein: 18 g. Dinner: lentil and vegetable soup, side salad with olive oil vinaigrette, small slice of whole grain toast. Protein: 20 g. Total daily protein: Approximately T90G meal prep tip. Cook once, eat twice. Make double portions of soup, rice, or protein to use the next day. Step 3. Stock your kitchen. Smart shopping list for muscle health. You don't need a fancy pantry, just a few key staples can help you stay consistent. Muscle boosting grocery list. Proteins: eggs, canned or frozen wild salmon, Greek yogurt, plain, tofu or tempeh, lentils, black beans, chickpeas, protein powder, whey or plant-based unsweetened, healthy carbs, oats, brown rice or quinoa, sweet potatoes, whole grain bread or crackers, fats and fibers, avocados, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, olive oil, mixed greens, spinach, kale, snacks and add-ins, nut butters, low-sodium canned beans, berries, apples, bananas, herbal teas. Tip: shop once a week and prep 2-3 items in advance, like rice, beans, or hard-boiled eggs. Ejebel. Step 4. Move more without overdoing it. Exercise doesn't need to be intense, but it does need to be consistent. Here's a simple weekly movement plan for beginners. The PROD Weekly Movement Routine. Day activity: Monday, chair exercises plus 10-min walk. 2 resistance band workout, arms and legs. Wednesday, rest or light stretching. Through walk 15, 20 mins or indoor step marching. Friday, wall push-ups plus balance drills. Saturday, gardening, housework or dancing. Sunday, rest and gentle yoga or breathing work. Just 15-30 minutes a day of movement can improve your strength, circulation, and mood. Step 5. Track your progress. Feel the wins, don't just weigh them. Muscle gain at this age won't always show up on the scale, and that's okay. Instead, track what really matters. Trackable wins. I stood up without using my hands today. I walked for 10 minutes without needing to stop. I cooked 2 meals this week. I slept through the night. I feel steadier than last week. Write it in a notebook or say it out loud to a friend or caregiver. Progress is personal. Celebrate your version of strong. Final thoughts. You're not starting over. You're starting fresh. I'm too old to change. I've lost too much already. What's the point now? If any of those thoughts have crossed your mind, let me remind you, you are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience, from wisdom, from love for yourself and your future. And no matter where you are today, you can choose strength. In the final chapter, we'll reflect on everything you've learned and share a message of hope, dignity, and power. Because aging well isn't about going back in time. It's about moving forward, stronger. Chapter 7. Final thoughts. Aging strong, living free. You've come a long way. You've learned how and why muscle disappears as we age. You've discovered the foods that can rebuild your strength. You've explored lifestyle habits that promote healing and independence. And most importantly, you've seen proof that it's never too late to change. So what now? Now, it's time to remember something essential. Aging is not the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of a new kind of power. You're not too old. You're just getting started. We live in a world that often glorifies youth, fast bodies, fast results, fast fixes, but there's something deeper that only comes with time. Wisdom that no book can teach. Patience that only life can grow. Courage that's earned through experience. And you right now have everything it takes to own your health, reclaim your strength, and write a powerful next chapter. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to begin with one good meal, one walk around the block, one restful night's sleep, or one deep breath that says, I'm not done yet. I'm still in charge. Your strength is not behind you. It's within you. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, you have the power to 8. Stay active in your own home. 2. lower your risk of falls, illness, and hospital visits. You keep doing the things you love. IAPs 1. Live independently. 2. HEB. And feel proud of how you show up for yourself every day. That's not just physical strength, that's real-life strength. That's dignity, vitality, and freedom. The journey ahead, simple, sustainable, and yours. Let's recap what you now know. Muscle loss is not just aging, it's sarcopenia, and it's treatable. Real food is powerful medicine. Gentle movement works, and consistency is key. Better sleep, lower stress, and more joy all help muscles grow. You don't need to do this alone. There's support, there's community, and there's still time. Every chapter of this guide has pointed you toward one truth. You're stronger than you think, and your best days may still be ahead. A final invitation: live boldly, age freely. If this guide has helped you feel informed, supported, and inspired, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, a friend, a spouse, a parent, a neighbor. Help someone else discover that they're not broken, they're not past their prime, they're not powerless. They're just waiting for the right tools and the right encouragement to rise again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites on YouTube. Every week we share trusted health advice, simple recipes for strength, expert-backed wellness insights, real stories from older adults just like you. Together, we're building a community of older Americans who are not just aging, but aging strong. Thank you. Thank you for reading, for learning, for believing that your health is worth investing in even now, maybe especially now. Wherever you are in your journey, know this: you have permission to grow stronger, to feel better, to choose life again. So go ahead, take that next bite of protein, that next deep breath, that next empowering step. You're not done yet. You're just getting started.